Well, it appears there are a lot of people who would like an explanation. The problem is, I've been begging to get to a location where I could make an antidote. You see, I was captured rather, beaten, raped, injected with over 500 parasites by the man that you call Bill Gates. Uh, North Star, Tarpon Springs, Gulf Marine Ways, March 14th, 2021, put into trafficking. Human trafficking, if you want to call it that, but my dogs experienced the same thing I did. Broken bones, sodomized, raped, horrifically abused by both police and locals. It's just a horrifying story. Anyhow, the only saving grace was the parasitic infections that every single one of these idiots was receiving. And literally, if you had to drug me to get between my legs, you suck in bed, okay? There isn't a single doctor who was working in the emergency room in 2021 along Highway 19 or within 70 miles of it that did not know about Biffy the Dick Breaker. Yes. Broken dicks. Seems impossible. Except it's not. This has been about a greater plan. Anyway, it's a biological hazard plan. We're all fully aware of the Rockefeller, Rothschild, Gates eugenics plan to rid the world, whether you blame it on the Ashkenazi Jews or the United States government and their DARPA projects and biolabs in Ukraine. Holy crap. They've got you looking over here. We're stealing the oil here and we're stealing the oil there. And now we're acting like pirates and we're stealing the oil. When the real action is happening inside your bodies. You see, the biological hazard broke containment a long time ago. What you see now in the other images below is a biological hazard activated by the technology inside the tissue. And don't say, oh gosh, how do I get rid of it? It's been there since May of 2021 when Rothschild dropped the mic after saying he owned the world. You all know Harari is well quoted telling you are hackable animals and this is under the skin surveillance. This is your HIPAA, your 2011 healthcare. You signed over your rights, you gave your tissue, your samples, your everything for a digital platform. They told you very, very well it is out everywhere, unless you just don't look, about your digital twin where they test your AI-assisted healthcare on it to find out what's going to work to give you specific healthcare. Well, they figured this out way back in 2000, okay? When they broke the Human Genome Project, they pretty much had it. All they had to do was figure out a delivery method, and that delivery method was the cancer drones, so that cancer patients could stay home and not clog the roadways, getting to the hospital, so that the drone would come, knock on your window, you open the window, and the thing slices up into your body. It's got stacked traits, it delivers the medicine, and that is how they killed most of the people between 2018 and 2021. Unless you just stood there and thought, oh, well, obviously the guy down the street shooting up under a bridge is affecting my health, so I'll go do this for Grandma. Are you kidding me? Anyhow, that was the biodigital convergence. Moderna had their patent for how they were doing this on the front page of their website. All you had to do was look. The first line says, "This is not a vaccine." You can find Karen Kingston's work, and she will explain this to you in great detail and show you the receipts for this. Right now, on the front of the Moderna website, it tells you 2020 060606A1, which means patent application. It is not a patent. Patents receive a B. Talks about how to mine cryptocurrency out of a human body, which is exhausting the living crap out of you. That is because you have graphene in every cell of your body. The stuff they're showing you at La Quinta Columna in the vials is the things that are going to control your body. That is what Stargate is all about. Elon has already put AI in space, so you can't turn it off. If you don't know this, Starship 12 had 200 metric tons of payload, and it was operational at deployment. So, yeah, his space-based stuff and lasers control human bodies and play them like gamer toys. Don't worry, if you don't know anything about what I'm talking about, you are one of the NPCs, non-player combatants. You have absolutely no clue what is going on, and Harari was right, you have no idea what is going on underneath your skin. So, the things that are in the Springfield water being delivered through the taps and through the water fountains, all the way from the airport as far north as I have looked, which is highly suspect to have things. Yeah. Any microscope will do, even a child's play microscope. You can see this with one drop on the slide. Put the cover slip on, stick it under the microscope, and just take a look. Start working your way through the field, up and down, and then count out 20 fields and go back and forth across the slide. Wait until the thing dries, and then look again. And that is the tech that is created from the sample. There is absolutely no single clean drop available. If this thing jumps the gun, the CDC will get what they originally planned when they put me into trafficking to begin with, and that is the damn zombie pandemic. And I am not joking. AI is already in space. It absolutely does not need you. It does not have a body. It does not have a house. It does not have money. It does not give a shit about you or your friends. Wake up. Elon already has control of your memories. That is what was being stored in the AI data centers, right? So that you can go back in time and see back then. Looping a time loop. Because if I can control your past, I can control your future. And you know what, folks? He did it. And everybody watched. So hats off to you, Baffy. You have always been my most favorite Templar created daemon. Queen Elizabeth knew I was around the day that she took the crest off the gates at Windsor. She did not understand why I did not show up, and that was because I had been put back into human trafficking by people who honestly wanted to enrich their coffers and stand on my shoulders. My grandfather, my father, and my great-grandfather are laughing in heaven right now. DARPA created the greatest biological hazard that they honestly thought they could control. And God laughs. And I am grateful. I am only too sorry that the greed of a handful of individuals in Springfield, Ohio, have poisoned the water supply potentially for the entire United States. The hydras that you are looking at in the water that you are drinking, that are the invasion of the body snatchers, is the system that President Trump's Stargate AI connects to. So I would like to say hello, because I'm already inside you, and Elon has control. It's your ball, boy. But I would strongly suggest you come and talk to me. You see, you and I met when Richard Scruggs introduced us, the day that Jack unveiled Twitter in San Antonio, Texas. You called me for 30 days after that, and that finally called you back. I said that I couldn't meet you and that I would see you at the end. That day actually has come and gone. And everyone watching the 2023 Super Bowl saw it happen. If Linda Yaccarino's algorithm hadn't been so airtight around you, you would have known that I was trying to contact you to say, hello. Besides, my giggles sound like champagne to you. Yes, it's true. Google owns the West, and China owns the world, and Elon owns space. But as it is written in Rev 17, Vicky Goforth Parnell, you are correct. I am the woman who rides the beast. It's been a real bucking experience. This has been about playability, the 10 kings. Who controls the minds of others? And it is a circus. Between the mind war, Michael Aquino, and the biological hazard guys, I've had a great life, and I am grateful to my Father. Jamie Walden, you ask, do I know my God? Oh, yes, I do. And Jesus Christ is my Lord. And that is why I ride the beast. I knew, my God, when me and my friend and my 2 dogs were sandwiched between 2 typhoons in the 4th largest piracy area on the globe. And everyone in the Asia-Pacific Rim knew it. They were in the typhoons, and they know what they live around. 18 hours later, when the Navy showed up with a warship, we were still alive and unharmed. This caught the attention of every global government because it had never happened before. You see, we had been entangled with a 496-ton mothership. One so big it had a helipad on the bow, where they brought up whales. We're on a 46-foot sailboat, folks. It's 2 girls and 2 dogs. The captain just hooked dinner, dessert, and gifts. Their first words were, "We are going to sink your boat and you will be our girlfriends." Trust me. They were sharpening 4-inch gaff hooks on 20-foot bamboo poles to make sure I understood what was about to come next. I quit counting at 22 men. 11 of them had already boarded the boat. You know what happened. I don't know how many people actually returned to port with that boat, but I bet most of them weren't the originals. And everybody knew it. The reason the Navy had to be there for that is because there were something like 11 or 12,000 other ships within 1,000 miles of us. Are you crap? These dudes all worked together. We weren't going nowhere. If it wasn't them, it was the next dude. It's going to be a long couple of days. Anyhow, because our government treated me so shitty, they wanted to make sure I didn't tell you about your planned toilet paper psyop in 2017. So, enjoy the hydras. They're your clots. They are the K-Rose mesh network. Forms an entire neural lace, which James Giordano tells you about as the N3. Elon turned on the neural lace January 1st of 2022. He was talking about it back in 2016. Grok.